Hello student, today we discuss the application of the X-ray diffraction. There are number of applications of the X-ray diffraction in the structure of crystal, then polymer characterization, state of anneal in metal, then particle size determination, and another application, that is the determination of cis trans isomerism, then determination of linkage isomerism, and other miscellaneous application. We discuss one by one. First we study the structure of crystal by using the XRD method. The analytical application of the X-ray diffraction are numerous. This XRD is non-destructive and gives information on the molecular structure of sample. Also, the pattern obtained are characteristic of particular compound from which crystal form. For example, NaCl crystal and the KCl crystal gives the different diffraction pattern. When we take the mixture of that both KCl and NaCl. In first case, when we take 1% KCl in the NaCl, then the diffraction pattern shows or obtained for the NaCl and weak for the KCl. That is strong diffraction pattern for NaCl and the weak diffraction pattern for the KCl when the diffraction pattern for the 1% KCl in the NaCl. This is the first case. Then the second case, a diffraction pattern for the 1% NaCl and the in KCl. When we take the 1% NaCl in KCl, then diffraction pattern is strong for the KCl and weak for the NaCl. And when we take the mixture of both KCl and the NaCl, that is 1% NaCl in KCl and 1% KCl in NaCl, both of these when we mixed each other, then this third diffraction pattern is obtained. Diffraction pattern for the mixture of crystals of the NaCl and the KNaCl, and this method used to distinguish between mixture of crystal and the mixed crystal. When this mixture of crystals, then this such a type of the pattern is obtained, and when the mixed crystal, that is diffraction pattern for the mixed crystal, that is excess of sodium or potassium, or pattern is similar as NaCl. When potassium is excess, then similar as in KCl. This is the diffraction pattern for the mixed crystal, and this diffraction pattern for the mixture of crystal of NaCl and the KCl. Then the second application, also this आपण काय करणार इथे, बाय कम्पेरिंग डिफ्रॅक्शन पॅटर्न फ्रॉम क्रिस्टल ऑफ अननोन कंपोजिशन. अननोन कंपोजिशनचं आपण तिथे काय करणार, डिफ्रॅक्शन पॅटर्न घेणार विथ पॅटर्न फ्रॉम क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ नोन कंपाऊंड परमिट्स द आयडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द unknown crystalline compound. We get the idea about the composition of the unknown crystalline compound by using the this XRD method. It is also possible to identify substance as being a single compound that would give a superimposed pattern for each type of the crystal present. Which type of crystal is present, we get find out the pattern of XRD of that compound, and we get the information about that compound. Then the second application is the polymer characterization. The powder method can be used to determine the degree of crystallinity of the polymer, and the non-crystalline portion simply scatters the X-ray beam to give a continuous background, while the crystalline portion causes diffraction line that are not continuous, and we get the crystallinity, degree of crystallinity of the polymer by using that XRD method. The amorphous material in the polymer will scatter at all wavelengths and give a scattered pattern. However, crystalline material will include crystal structure and will produce the definite diffraction lines or the spot. This is the main difference between the amorphous compound and the crystalline compound. And because of this difference in scattering pattern, we get the information about the degree of crystallinity of that compound. Then the third application is the state of anneal in metal. State of anneal means ब्रेकेज पार्ट असेल काय मेटलमध्ये तर तो आपल्याला ह्या XRD मेथडने आपल्याला तो माहीत होतो. ए प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मेटल दॅट कॅन डिटरमाइंड बाय एक्सरे डिफ्रॅक्शन इज द स्टेट ऑफ anneal, and well annealed metals are in well ordered crystal form and give the sharp diffraction lines. Well annealed metal जर असेल it gives the well ordered crystal and gives the sharp diffraction line. If the metal is subjected to drilling or hammering or the bending, it becomes worked or fatigued, and that is crystal becomes broken and X-ray pattern more diffuse, and we get the state of anneal in the metal. And this is the most important application in the fatigue weakens. When fatigue weakens the metal and can result in the metal breaking, it is occasionally necessary to check moving part for the metal fatigue, such as airplane wings, then combustion engine part and the bridges. And this check can be done by the XRD without removing the part from its position and without weakening it in the process of the testing. This is the most important application of the XRD. Then the next application is particle size determination. There are variety of techniques, X-ray techniques, to determine the size of particles or the crystallities. There are some methods, that is spot counting method, then broadening of diffraction line, then low angle scattering. These are the some methods to determine the particle size of the crystal. First we see the spot counting method. Spot counting method is used for determining the size of particles larger than the 5 microns. 5 मायक्रॉनपेक्षा जास्त साईजच्या पार्टिकलचे आपण पार्टिकल साईज डिटरमाइन करू शकतो बाय युजिंग द स्पॉट काउंटिंग मेथड. इफ द powder diffraction pattern of such a specimen is obtained, it will consist of a series of lines or rings having a spotty appearance. From this diffraction pattern, one can determine the size of particles by applying the following relation, that is V is equal to V delta theta cos theta upon the 2n. This small v is the volume of or size of the individual crystallite. Then capital V is the total volume of the specimen irradiate. N is the number of spots, and delta theta is the divergence of the X-ray beam and is the function of the apparatus used. By using this method, it is not possible to obtain the volume or size of the particle with any degree of the accuracy. Then the next method for determining the particle size is the broadening of the diffraction line, and this method is used for the particle in the range of 32,000 angstrom, and this method is based upon the simple fact that there is a broadening of the powder diffraction line, and the formula used for the calculate broadening is LHKL is equal to K lambda upon the beta 0 cos theta. Capital L means the mean crystalline dimension perpendicular to the plane. Then beta 0 is the breadth of at half maximum of a pure diffraction profile in the radiance, and K is the constant generally taken as a unity. And the third method is low angle scattering, and this method involves a low angle scattering of the X-rays is employed. Then the next application is analysis of industrial dust can be effected and their relationship to industrial diseases uncertain by means of X-ray diffraction studies. And the last application is the XRD can also be used to assess the weathering and degradation of natural and synthetic minerals. Also, XRD is used to determine the cis-trans isomerism and also it is used to determine the linkage isomerism. Today we stop here. In next lecture we study the next topic of that section. Today we stop here. Thank you.